And sportsmen and outdoor adventurers alike can enjoy West Virginia's lovely lakes.
Good Friday evening, everyone. It's good to see you. It's good to be seen by you. Hey, we made it to the end of the week, and you did it with me, Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you live, loud and clear on a spooky Friday evening. And have we got a show for you guys tonight? We're going to be playing Call of Cthulhu tonight. That's right. Our Delta Green Friday horror campaign for the month of Halloween rolls on, and I hope you'll be here for the madness and the creepiness and everything else. How are you guys? I'm doing okay. Let me ask you a favor. A lot of folks in relative terms have decided to join us here on the show as watchers, and I thank you very much. But if you're still on the fence, if you haven't decided whether or not you want to do it, do me a favor and click the subscribe button and click the bell icon for notifications, because that is super duper helpful. It really, really helps out with the algorithm. It promotes the show, it pushes the show forward. It's you participating in a way that is both positive and very, very, very affirming to see. But anyway, so if you're new here, whether you're subscribed or not, whether you are just passing through because YouTube said, hey, here's a live stream, go check this out, to let you know, we are going to be doing an actual play of Call of Cthulhu tonight here in just a few minutes, just a little bit. And we are going to creep things up. Typically, Friday evenings we do Gamma World. We've kind of angled towards maybe doing other science fiction on Fridays when we live stream. But this month of October, and many in the previous years, we have gotten together on Fridays to play a short campaign I call the Halloween Shocktober Call of Cthulhu live stream shows. So we're doing that this year. And because there are 5 Fridays in October, assuming that these people make it that far, we will be doing 5 live streams of Call of Cthulhu for you guys. St. Cuthbert is asking which edition. Yes. Here's the thing. Call of Cthulhu didn't really change until 7th edition. So, it's first through 6th or 7th. So, we are not running 7th. I'll tell you that, if that helps. We are not running the 7th. So I just, I hope you'll want to kick back and enjoy. And like so many of our other streams, this one may be a little bit less. I will try and keep you guys as well informed as I can. But typically, I like to answer questions that you guys ask while we're gaming. And if I don't, someone in the game might. And if they don't, someone in the audience might. It might be a little bit different tonight. It might be a little bit unusual given the horrific nature of this setting. But anyway, so we will get our players in here and get started in just a second. I do want to mention a couple of things. First of all, there is a really cool thing you can check out. Now, I make jokes about it, but I am certainly not the only streamer here on the YouTube and other platforms, X, Rumble, what have you, who does TTRPG streaming. No, sir, and I wouldn't pretend to be. And if I was, wouldn't that be kind of dull? But you know what? We used to have this book back in the day called TV Guide. It's largely been replaced by you just going up and popping open a menu on your smart set. But tonight's one of our the folks we're kind of promoting here is the Streamy Guide, and this is put out by those fabulous folks over at Nerdcognito. I'm going to put the link up right here. So if you want to know when and where and what's happening, who's streaming what, who's got the cool guests on this week, should I bookmark this one and then watch that one later? What should I do? The Streamy Guide from Nerdcognito has got you covered, and they're looking at all of us. Okay, there's no favoritism going on here. They, like me, just want stuff promoted out, and I hope that you guys will want to check that out. It's not a sponsorship, Canic. It's just a little quid pro quo that I like to spread the goodness on. Next thing up, I do have a little bit of a sponsor, and that is, of course, I've talked about this a lot. This is a very, very, very cool thing, and I want to, let's see. So you guys love AD&D. I know you love AD&D because AD&D is Tres Cool, which is, of course, means three cools. And where can you get good AD&D these days? Well, you can certainly play the classics and do that, but what about new AD&D? Well, you are in luck, my friends, and that brings us to tonight's sponsor. And that sponsor is none other than Rising Phoenix Publications, Empire of the Undying Sun. This is a multi-hundred page campaign setting that is currently being kickstarted. This is the diabolical work of Yang Yan Zhao and myself, because folks, we're not just blowing smoke here. This is first edition. This is not, well, it's like first edition, but you kind of got to do this and do that. No. We set out to create, or rather, Yang set out to create a great campaign setting, and then he asked me to come in and do some one-ification of certain versions. So if that interests you, if playing brand new first edition AD&D material in the year of our Lord 2025 interests you, please check out this Kickstarter for Rising Phoenix, for Empire of the Undying Sun. Guys, it is this close. It is $12,043. Get in, back this project. I not only have translated it to 1E, I have written 3 adventures in this campaign. So there's 3 modules by me. So if you like my first edition stuff and you want a cool dark fantasy horror setting for other people's cool first edition stuff, back this Kickstarter, folks. It's at $12,043. There are a little less than 2 weeks to go. It needs like that much. Get in there, back this Kickstarter, make it happen. I know you guys can. And when you do that, that opens up the possibility of more first edition goodness from your friend, the Dungeon Delver. So please check that out. And the next and final thing that I want to bring up to you guys as far as sponsorship is actually it is this right here. Well, let's slide this out of the way. It's this right here. Your eyes do not deceive you. This is an original D&D wood grain set, and wouldn't you like to have one? Yes, you would. How do you get one without spending $26,000 on the internet? Well, I'm here to tell you this is a replica of first or of original D&D. Matthew Tapp provided me with these lovely boxes. We had a lot of fun with Matthew on last night, and they talked about a Kickstarter that they had going on. Amazing stuff. But Matthew got me some of these wood grain boxes and the know-how to make replicas of original Dungeons and Dragons. Now, I made a couple for myself, but of course, what to do then? Well, those of you who've been fans of the show for a while will well know that last year in the holidays, I gave away 4 Christmas gifts, one for each week of the month of December. This year, I'm doing that again, except it's all the same item, and I'm telling you in advance now that it's this. It is a replica of original D&D, but it also includes a replica of chainmail. Now, when I say a replica of original D&D, I mean it mentions hobbits, ents, and balrogs. It does not talk about halflings and treants and balors or what have you. And this set, like I said, it includes chainmail. It's the wood grain box. It's the original cover art. This is done on a vinyl sticker rather than paper glued to it, which I guess you could say that's still technically paper glued to it. But here's what you do. Here's how you enter to win this set. We have Patreon and we have YouTube memberships. The Patreon link is scrolling across the bottom right now. YouTube membership is down here somewhere, right along the bottom of your YouTube screen. Support us for as little as $1 a month. Join as a patron or a YouTube member no later than October 31st, 2025. Stay on that patronage or YouTube membership till the end of December, and your name goes in the hat. Christmas night, myself and Mrs. the Dungeon Delver will spin the wheel of fate, and 4 people will be selected. And if you are a patron, and if you or if you're a member, then your name goes on the wheel. Gonzalo Lira has generously offered to pay international shipping. So if you're sitting there going, yeah, but if I win, I'm going to have to pay international shipping because I live in Outer Mongolia or wherever. No, he is going to take care of that for us. So international friends, one of you will have shipping covered if you win. So I'm very excited about that. And again, there's 4 spins. There's going to be 4 spins of that wheel, and the previous winners' names come off. So your chances of winning actually go up with each spin. Think about that. Now, there's only one other time. Well, there's only one other potential instance where you might get your hands on one of these. I am donating one of these box sets to Page, the Philadelphia Area Gamers Expo, and that will be at their auction in January. I am donating one of these to EggCon for their charity auction, and that's in July. And next year's Claricon in Glen Williams, Ontario, will also be auctioning one of these sets. So that is a possible window. If you're going to be at one of those conventions and you want to try and bid up on one of these and win it because you didn't win one here during the holidays, that's your other chance. But that will probably be your only chance. So yeah, we're really looking forward to that. We're waiting for one other gamer to join us in the green room, and then we'll get going. We're not going to roll on until he's here. So I will let you guys know in advance what is actually going on with tonight's scenario before we get all of the players in the room. If you are familiar with the works of H.P. Lovecraft, of course, you know it delves into topics of cosmic horror and insanity, because the world that you believe in, the natural world where everything answers to certain laws of physics and behaves itself as it should, doesn't exist. It is a thin veneer of sanity across a world that is ready to snap. And Lovecraft's stories of cosmic horror and unexplainable things in non-Euclidean geometry were originally set in the 1920s and 1930s, the world he knew. This particular setting is called Delta Green, and it deals with a lot of government conspiracy, but at its core, it is still Call of Cthulhu. Majestic 12, MJ12. Yes, you can Google that up. Just do it from a private browser session. I'm just kidding. MJ12 is a conglomeration of government branches that believe that they're dealing with potentially friendly gray aliens who are going to elevate humanity into a new golden era if we can just set aside our petty prejudices and grow up a little bit. Delta Green, our group of scrappy B-listers, a conspiracy that exists inside of the federal government that is bent on exposing the truth being that MJ12 has been had, don't realize it, and are doing everything possible to stop the world from finding out the terrible things they're getting up to, because the friendly gray aliens are not. And that is where we're going to that is where we're going to let this scenario develop further. Delta Green just got published in Spanish. I guess that will be Delta Verde. Did I get that right? Verde. But what about Delta? Is that a thing? I honestly don't know. That must be nice, Dying Breed. So Delta isn't English. Oh, that's right. That's Latin. Capital L Latin. Not Latin isn't Latin America. They didn't translate the title. That's fine. That's fine. It's good. You should speak American. Don't throw anything at me. So yeah, we're waiting on one more person to join us, and then we're going to get going on tonight's Call of Cthulhu game. So let me see. Whoops. No, go away, Zoom. I do not want you to open up. Thank you. It's Greek, like the letter. It's all Greek to me. It is all Greek to me. All righty. So I'll tell you a little bit more about this group while we get going here. Sorry for the long pause there. I just had to make sure. This particular group of investigators is called to, no pun intended, to explore a seemingly serene lake in rural West Virginia off of a county road where they are last week. They were investigating what they thought might be a suspicious pump house and a lake with a chain link fence around it. And unfortunately, things last week devolved into a shootout with a couple of stabbings. Yes, that happened last week. So we're going to find ourselves this week picking up the pieces from that. and we'll get going on that in just a second. Let's see. John Denver. I wish I could, St. Cuthbert asked, have I ever been to Chaosium Con? No, I have not, but that sounds like a lot of fun. And I did. I hope you guys appreciated the opening credits this week. I tried to amplify the creepy last week, but I think it sort of fell on its face with the audio muted. So maybe this week it worked a little bit better, and we'll creepify them more as we continue onward. So hang on just a second. Sorry, just firing off messages there. All right. Okay, guys. With that said, I think we're going to go ahead and get rolling here. Hopefully Doomsword can join us, but let's go ahead and I will rack and stack these characters and bring out our players tonight. Now, last week, of course, you guys remember Yang Yan Zhao's character. Well, he he rapidly reached the finding out stage of screwing around. So we'll go ahead and bring him out first. I want everybody to welcome Yang Yan Zhao, who will actually be sitting in for Doomsword while we wait for Dooms to come in. Yang, good evening to you, my friend.
Hey.
So I think if you look in the PMs there, you should be able to grab Dooms' character.
Which one was he playing again?
That's a fine question. Let's see. He was playing let's see, you are Lewis and you are no longer. He was playing Andrews, the park ranger. And while you're pulling up that character sheet, of course, we welcome dear friend of the show and all-around awesome guy, Kevin, as Eddie Steckler. Eddie Steckler, the NSA systems analyst. Kevin, welcome.
Hello.
And last and absolutely not least, we have Kennick playing Harris, the EPA environmental scientist. Good evening to you, Kennick. So,
hello, everyone.
So we have our group, and we're going to pick it up right there. Your ears still ring from the lone gunshot, even after the melee. 2 men in black suits lie dead at your feet. The smell of cordite wafting on the summer air as you stand on the gravel road, perhaps a quarter mile now from the county road where you entered this. The two agents lie before you. You were able to fish out their handcuffs and undo the cuffs that you had gotten put on you, Eddie. So what's next? You do not hear anyone coming. You do not hear anyone. No feet on the gravel path or anything like that.
I was able to get my arm out of the handcuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
You dug in his pockets and you found the handcuff. Give me. Let's see. First of all, I need everybody. We'll start with Andrews. Yang, give me a SAN roll, please.
I do not know what his SAN was.
I have it right here. He had lost a point, so he's currently at 44.
29.
So 29. So yeah, this is horrible, but you're not, in shock or anything. Next up, Kenneth, give me a SAN roll, please. You're fine.
Wow.
Again,
29.
horrible, unsettling. And finally, Kevin, give me a sand roll for Eddie Steckler.
Is it going to sweep some 29s?
Maybe.
Let me see what happens here.
$24. Okay.
Close.
You guys have seen. You didn't really know Lewis, so it's like, you know, this is horrible, but it's not. You know,
No big loss, man.
considering what was going on,
No
it's
loss.
a little. It's all things being equal, this is the least horrible thing. Kevin, as Harris is, I'm sorry, as Eddie Steckler is digging through the pockets, you can feel on this guy's hip there's something heavy and square on his hip.
Heavy, square, and maybe made of polymer. I'm gonna try to figure out what it is.
Yeah, just pushing his jacket back, you can see it is a walkie-talkie. There is an earpiece that has been dislodged during the fighting. It's just kind of hanging down out of his suit collar. But yeah, he's got that there. You know what?
Case to FT50, I hope.
Of course, nothing less. Nothing less.
Okay.
Let's see. Eddie, give me a, let's see.
I do find it interesting that the Call of Cthulhu character sheet doesn't have an items list. It's just firearms and weapons.
Just jot down on the back of the sheet.
You don't need items.
Yeah. Make your keeper absolutely insane and buy dynamite, because it is listed on the items you can buy.
Well, there's like an inch on the side that you can write stuff.
No,
That's
I know.
what I've done with the character stuff.
It's just not important enough to be on the character sheet, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I mean, I could see it not being on like a DM screen or keeper screen or whatever, but the sheet itself doesn't have a space for items, which I find hilarious. Okay.
Well, I mean, it is Call of Cthulhu. I have a diamond bracelet. Yeah, that's nice. Throw it at Dagon while you're running and losing your mind.
He literally does not care.
It literally does not care. Let's see.
Is the radio on?
Yeah, it is. The volume is down low, but it is on.
All right. I'll pull the. Well, you said the earpiece already came out of his ear. I'll pull it off his belt, and
Okay.
I'll very. Well, shoot. Sanitation sucks. I'm gonna use my hands to try to rub the earpiece to try to get as much of nasty wax out of there as I can, and then I'll put it in my ear so maybe I can hear what's going on. If I'm in the right channel.
Okay. Give me a luck roll.
All right.
And your luck is let's see, 45. So
it is 45, and I got a 40.
30. You got a 40. Okay. Yeah, the knob hadn't been jostled. You hit it. There's currently nothing, but there's just like that steady, faint, open channel hiss.
Yeah, it's no problem. I'll just turn it to squelch it down a little bit so it's not so loud.
Okay.
So I can hear the voices and not hear the hiss. But
Okay.
yeah. Anything else in his pockets? Does he have car keys? Flashlight? Does he have a bat? A bat belt?
He doesn't have a bat belt. Give me a luck roll. By the way, it's getting late in the afternoon. I just want to point that out. Give me a luck roll, please.
It's 7:30 here. 80. Man, 80. I don't like the way they count these dice.
Yeah. No keys, no flashlight, nothing like that.
Just a handcuff key and. All right, fun times. What about ID? Does he have ID?
He does.
Like key
He
card?
does.
Other things?
You reach into his pocket and pull out his wallet for his ID. The pocket is dry. His skin is dry, minus a little bit of rapidly cooling sweat because he's very dead. The wallet itself is damp. When you flip it open, it's one of those ID wallets. It's not really a proper wallet with like a driver's license and money and things like that, social security card. There's visible, it's not even moisture, it's water under the little plastic window that indicates FBI.
Really?
Yes. He's dry. His skin is dry.
His clothes are dry, but the wallet's not.
His clothes are dry, but the wallet isn't.
That's a little bit disconcerting. I'll tell my companions. I'll say, Eddie will say, I learned to do this from being enrolled on campus when I was in the college.
Okay.
It's always useful to have some ID. Yeah. Usually it's mine that's getting taken, but not this time.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Bruce. I was in a bad place.
Yeah. So you're holding this thing up, and there's literally water dripping out of it. And as you're standing over this guy, I mean, everybody, you've seen enough TV shows, that sort of thing, that dead bodies smell. But what's most interesting is as you're standing over this guy, rifling through his pockets, Andrews and Harris probably just staring in mute horror as you rifle a corpse.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. He smells musty.
Like a basement, okay.
Maybe. Like there is a damp smell clinging to him. What is Andrews doing while this is going on? Poor edgy Andrews. Not Eddie Andrews, edgy Andrews.
Andrews is kind of staring off into space, muttering to himself, "Man, not this again. I can't believe it would come to this." And then he will tell the others, "We got to get out of here."
Okay. So Harris, you are searching the other corpse.
Yep.
It is much the same. You find a radio walkie-talkie. You find a government ID. Let me see here. And Harris, give me a biology roll for Harris, please.
Okay.
Don't know much about. No, I'm not going to sing it.
Thank you.
12
right,
and 77.
Yeah, his eyes are still partially open. They are they are kind of filmed and milky, and that shouldn't really be happening. You don't think?
So I pointed out and say, his eyes are filming here.
Give me an
idea
roll, please.
I don't know if he's human.
Give me an idea roll for Harris, please.
50. And the idea is 80.
The idea is 80. You think that at least somewhat, I mean, he's bone dry, like I said, other than sweat and blood, and of course he relieved himself when he died. But his skin, his clothes, his hair, they're all dry. the filmed over eyes, you've kind of seen that before in people that have been immersed in water until they perish. So Eddie, Eddie, you don't have any idea. But Harris, I'm going to need you to make a sand roll, please.
All right.
And your sand is already down to 39. So.
Yep. I mean, I want to take a pen, like take the thing out and see if he spouts if I put something in him.
All right, so 48, that was a fail. You are going to take a sand loss. Just a moment. Where is there it is. So yeah, this guy looks drowned. And he was walking around yelling orders at you a few minutes ago.
Yep.
That is going to be 3 sand. Now, that is not 20% of your sand, so you do not lose a point of sand. However, this body was in the water. That just resonates in your head for a split second. Go ahead and do what you were going to do with your pen.
So I'm going to basically pull the guts out of the pen. So it's a tube.
Okay.
And I'm going to like poke it into an arm. And I'm going to step back to see if it geysers.
You're going to stab him hard enough to break his skin with an empty pen. And it is whether you have it, whether he has it, whether one of the other characters gives you this pen, it is a black ballpoint pen that says U.S. government down the side.
I want it big, but I'll take U.S. government.
I am looking at one that's sitting right on my computer keyboard over there. A black U.S. government pen. Yang, you and Kevin give me sanity rolls, because you're watching her like frantically like grab this guy's arm and is stabbing. I mean, this is a corpse, or this is human skin. You slam that pen in over and over. So who was that? Yang, that was Andrews.
Yeah, 44 for Andrews.
I had 39 under 41. My current is 41. It's not 45 because I lost some temporarily.
All right. Oh, did I?
We get it back at some point, really?
Oh, you can. Are we going to get it back? No, but you can get it back.
Yeah, a long-term campaign. I'm sorry. What did you roll?
I had a 39.
No, I was asking Yang, because I saw the purple 44. Okay, well, that was pretty horrifying, but you managed to keep your lunch down. And what did you roll, Kevin?
I rolled a 39, so I made it by 2.
Okay, yeah, this is some grim shit that's going on right here. You stab him in the arm. And so Harris is going to take another D4 sand loss, because she's one, abusing a corpse, but also because when you stab in it, clear fluid comes out, not blood. And you should know that a corpse wouldn't have anything coming out of it anyway, unless you took great efforts to exsanguinate it. So let's see, that is going to cost you.
I rolled a 2, but if you need to roll it,
no,
that's fine.
I rolled. So I did roll a 2. So you've lost 5 points of sand from your initial total or tonight's total, because you haven't gained any back. I can guarantee you that. You've lost 5 points of sand. So let's see. I have to math now. Pardon me a second. How dare you go insane in my game? Insane in my Call of Cthulhu game. All right. So let me see here. So 5 points of sand. 5 or more points of sand in a single experience. So that is not a single experience. You know what? No, I'm going to treat this like a single experience. And let's roll a d10. All right. So for the next 4 minutes, you are, let's see.
You know, if it's kleptomania, she could be the kinder in the group now.
For the next 4 minutes, you are suffering from a paroxysm of fright. Everything is bad. You are in hysterics. Basically, you have pantophobia, a fear of everything, every noise, every gesture, every possible action of your companions. This is just there's 5 minutes where you're just out of your fucking mind with fear. You feel a crushing weight on your chest, the buzz of the bugs, these two men. Your life was boring and depressing until you answered that call. These strangers have dragged you into homicide and madness, and now there's a guy bleeding water. One of these people is dead. There's helicopters there. It's impinging on you. It's not good. So you may act accordingly. What is Andrews doing?
He's telling him, come on, guys, let's get out of here.
Okay. Okay. So you're saying, come on, guys, let's get out of here. Andrews is, I'm sorry. Harris is just not in a good way. What is Steckler doing?
He's gonna say, because this has a chance of working, given the composition of the party, calm down. And I'll try to. I'm not gonna get in his face or anything. If I'd never say this if Kanik was playing a woman, but I'd say, calm down. It's not even a person. Look at it. This is Invasion of the Body Snatcher shit. Since we're past 1978, right?
Yes. Let's see.
1989, I think.
89. Yeah. So
Okay.
you're a good clip past that.
Yeah, I'll say this is Invasion of the Body Snatcher stuff. We just need to get out of here before somebody else. There's more of these coming. I'm sure of it. Grab his ID. In fact, I'll grab his ID. You just get in the car. And I'll point her towards Andrews.
Okay.
Yeah. So he'll run to the car.
What car are you guys running to?
The one that we parked outside the fence.
Okay.
Okay.
Not the one we brought with us. Not the one that Andrews was driving. It was Lewis's car, I believe. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys had the vehicle that that Andrews was driving, but you guys
we botched it.
Yeah. All right, so you're headed back towards the fence,
and I want to grab the other person's ID if I can find it, and then if Harris is still in hysterics, it's not like I can manhandle him because we're basically the same size. I guess.
Yeah, I mean it would be a strength versus strength roll,
I mean,
I'm going to try to.
Harris is kind of freaking out about the whole, knowing their drown things and the body snatcher reference. So, I mean, he might want to make some distance.
I'm assuming he's freaking out after the court order in Stir Crazy, right? What?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, it does pass after a few moments. You're finally able to just kind of take a deep breath and center. As I said, it was a temporary insanity. You were not quiet about it, you were not subtle about it, so you got centered. Does Call of Cthulhu work well with the minis and on a tabletop? Yes. Yes, it absolutely can. In fact, there's nothing quite as exciting as having players place minis on a table, and then you bring out a 2-foot tall 3D printed Dark Young of Shub-Niggurath or Starspawn of Cthulhu, or dress up in a Cthulhu costume and lumber back to the game table and say, your 28 millimeters are to size with me. But yeah, I tend to think it works better, theater of the mind, but it can work with miniatures. All right, so you make your way back towards the gate. The fence itself is locked. There's a shiny new lock on the fence. There's no car. There's no car.
Damn, man, I can't believe this.
Well, I mean, I guess we're gonna find that out when we run up to him. He knows where before we do.
He'll
Okay,
he'll
yeah.
book it back immediately to get the other car.
Okay.
Oh, and I should point out, lest I be confused, that Crown Vic that these two guys were getting out of when your friend, whose corpse you've run around a couple of times, he's lying dead, bleeding out on this gravel road, and you guys have just split.
Well,
leaving
no,
him
we
here.
checked him and saw that he had no pulse.
Well,
hard,
he's still
but-
lying there dead, bleeding out on the gravel road. Having bled out on the gravel road. Yeah, parked at an angle across this gravel road is the Crown Vic that these two guys were getting out of. You turn around and you come back to those two vehicles. So there's the Crown Vic. It's kind of parked up, not against as in has impacted, but is parked in such a way that you're not going to get your car out of there. It is sundown is coming. Give me an idea roll for Harris, please.
Yeah, that's not an idea roll.
That's not an idea roll. That's fine. You do not recognize the bodies in the water. So you guys are looking at these two cars. Mosquitoes are kind of coming out. There's some lightning bugs. For lightning bug aficionados, I don't know if they are up in the West Virginia area. I apologize.
Yes, they are.
They are. That's wonderful.
So let's grab the keys so that they can get out of here.
They probably left it in the car. They were too busy trying to get out. I bet
Weren't
they're
there
in the ignition right now.
Didn't you grab some out of a pocket?
No, I got a handcuff key. You didn't have car keys. I looked.
Nope, had no car keys.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's look on the dash or the ignition.
Nope.
And I'll check the other body if if the keys aren't in the car, then I will go check the other body.
All right. You frisk him down. Yeah, there's no keys.
Okay.
Let's check the car.
I just said there's no keys.
Oh, there's no
in
keys.
the car. There's no
Yeah.
keys on the people.
There's no keys in the car. There's no keys on the people.
Okay, I'm gonna check above the visor because that's always where they are in the movies.
No. There is a burst of static in your ear. Wait, are you wearing the
I am.
Yeah, okay.
I have the FT50 on and I got the earpiece to my ear.
Yeah, there's a burst of static in your earpiece and a voice comes on and says, 223. We have a body type mismatch. Delta 9 4. Say your state over.
No, I only heard that in the radio. I didn't hear that outside, right?
Yeah, no, you didn't hear that outside. That was
Okay.
on the radio.
I'll tell the group they're talking on the radio. I have no idea what they're talking about. Body type mismatch? I don't know what that is. But I bet those bodies are body type mismatch.
Does anyone know how to hotwire this car?
No, I don't think any of you do.
Well, I do. Does my character know how?
Yeah, we all know how. green to ground.
Yeah, how much of a shot can you take?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's going.
You just
Lick
test
your
by
fingers
putting
first.
Watch.
that
I
9-volt battery in
have
your mouth a few times, and you'll know.
I have watched enough Pole Barn Garage, Junkyard Digs, Dylan McCool. I've watched enough to know. We bought this car with no title and no keys, but that's not a problem.
It really isn't, especially back then.
Yeah, when you're talking about like a 1971 rust bucket that's been sitting in a barn in Ohio for 30 years. There's Steckler can give me a mechanical repair roll.
Okay, let me see what I got. I have 55.
All right, roll it.
All right. $44.
Score.
44.
Nice.
All right, 44. The engine kind of like slowly chugs. The lights are kind of dim.
Do it again.
I'll keep trying, and if we fail, we'll go steal the battery out of the other car and put it in this car.
Okay. Give me let's see. Your time. Well, you know what? As you weren't really doing that with any tools, and you were fishing around in the dark under the dash. Give me a luck roll, please.
All right. 69. No, it's 96. Sorry.
It's 96. Okay.
Not
You are climbing out from under the dash when you're kind of like wedging yourself out of there, and you hear this sort of tunk, and you look in your hand, and you're holding a couple of wires that you just yanked out of somewhere.
Oh, nice.
Under the dash.
Well, I'll put them in my pocket. They might be useful for later.
Okay.
I'm not going to say a word. Yeah, I can't get it started.
All right.
Damn Fords.
Maybe we can push that other car.
The Crown Vic is basically blocking the other car into the little space where you guys pulled it in the ditch.
Yeah, but we could we'll put this one in neutral and push it back, right? At least try that.
And the other one's a bigger car, isn't it? Can't we maybe nudge it?
As big as they get.
Yeah, the Crown Vic has an engine room. It's got an enunciator. It doesn't have a gear shift. It's got an enunciator. You call down to the transmission.
Well, if we put it neutral, can the three of us like push it back into the woods to get it out of the way?
Just to push it away. Yeah, see if we can put it in neutral and push it back.
Let's see. Sorry.
That's hilarious. That's all.
All righty.
The thinking music.
All right. Okay, so you guys are going to do what?
So we're going to try to put the car into neutral and then try to. This is the Crown Vic, and then try to push it back, like all three of us push it back, so we can get it away from our car. That might work.
Can we tie a rope to stop it from like randomly maybe go in the wrong direction so it goes away from the car too?
No.
Well, we're going to be pushing.
You don't
our
don't
side.
have rope. So
We're going to be pushing from the car side anyway.
Belt?
Right.
Do the suit guys have a belt?
who's pushing? Yeah, I'm the only person using a cam tonight
Well,
here.
Andrews is probably the beefiest of the guys here, so he'll push.
All right. Give me
Well,
a
I think we
percentage
should
roll,
all
please.
push.
Sorry, give you a what?
Percentile roll, please. This is a resistance roll. The thing has a size and you have a strength. 60, let's see. 70.
Yeah, I hate the way that counts that. I really do.
Me too.
Yeah, it's kind of kooky.
All right, what is your strength? What is Andrew's strength?
It is 11.
11. Okay, it's 11, and we're checking.
Harris has got a strength of 14. How the heck?
Size
I don't
that he said he was the one pushing it. Oh wait, I'm looking at it backwards. That's why I was like, wait a minute, that shouldn't have worked at all. Yeah, you're rocking against it, and just the nature of the road itself that it's sitting on. I mean, it's not budging. And it rocks a little bit forward, and your feet are slipping in the gravel, and you kind of stumble, and then it sort of rolls back the 8 or 10 inches you were able to push it.
Yeah, we need to all get in front of this. Try to push it back. We're only if we could just get it a couple feet, that's going to be enough to get our car out. We should just try it all together. We don't need to worry about the steering wheel.
All right.
We're going to make sure the wheels are straight first. If they're not straight, I guess, then put it in neutral, then try to push it. Yeah, if they're completely turned, we're not going to get this thing anywhere.
Yeah, there should be enough room for 3 of us to push if it's that large.
Yeah, this and the Delta 88 are like the biggest cars ever made. They're like the aircraft carriers of Detroit.
Do you remember the what was it? The Electra had that Stingray back window, Kevin?
Yes, I do.
Oh, those were so neat. Those were entirely useless, wholly pointless. You could not see out of the things through the rear view in the car, but it didn't matter to 10-year-old me when I would still see those things on the road back in the early days.
The neatest thing we had in cars when I was growing up is my mom got a car from her mom, and I think it was a Comet. The back window rolled down.
I remember that on some cars. Yeah,
inverted window. It's in the same direction as windshield, right? Instead of sticking out, it's stuck in.
Yeah,
but you could actually roll it down.
Yeah, that was wild.
That was awesome.
That was wild. Nash, the defunct car company, Nash actually sold a camper fit for the inside of their sedans. They were shelves that you would basically lay on the seats to make the seats into bunks. And the windows, you'd roll the windows down, and they had snap-in screens for the windows.
Wow.
So
that's new to me. I've seen everything. That's something I haven't seen.
My kids' elementary school, they have a Nash car in their library, and they're named after the Nash car company in Kenosha.
Wow.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are trying to rock this thing back and forth. I mean, it's 3.5 tons of Detroit steel, so it's not frightfully easy, you know.
I pushed one of these, by the way, but it wasn't in gravel like this, though.
It wasn't in soft gravel.
Yeah, no.
Let's see, Kevin. No, who's got the highest strength? Andrew's strength is 11. Harris.
Yeah, I'm 11.
Yeah, I've got 14.
If Harris is
Give
14,
me
that's
a
kinda
luck
funny.
roll for Harris, please.
Oh, I don't
Yes,
need
it's
2
gonna
of
be
those. Let me
percentage.
reset these. Okay, I gotta reset this. All right, here we go. Come on, dice.
83. It rolls forward 6 inches and then back 6 inches and on your foot and pins it. It doesn't hurt because of well, I mean, it does hurt, but it's not damaging you. Also, it shifted a little on the road bed. You think it's pretty much not moving again.
So can I pull my foot out from underneath it, or do I need then to push so I can get it out?
Give me an idea roll.
Well, I made it.
Yeah, so you were screaming, "Get the tire iron, dig my foot out." Something. So after some time, it is now dark. You've got that. You get your foot out from under there. It's numb. You're limping a little, but it's because it's like walking on a sleepy foot. You think probably not because you're injured.
Okay, let's get in, the car that starts and see if we can wiggle it out, maybe. Or
No,
at least
you can't. You didn't successfully move the car.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Well, at least we're gonna get metal around us to sleep through the night. It's better than just being out here. Who knows what the heck is going on?
Yeah, it's that or go back to the building.
Yeah, that's not really an option.
Man, I'd rather sleep in the woods, but not near that lake.
Yeah, I want
don't recognize
a boxer
them
on me. I want a boxer on me here.
Yeah.
I can't walk far right now. I'm certainly not going to run if something comes up on us.
Well, even though I've permanently damaged the Crown Vic, it's got a really, really huge back seat. So
it does. This is a car that your character can lay out in.
Well, I mean, the
Yeah.
Crown Vic is an option too.
Yeah.
I was actually at a place that had AM that sold AM General cars, and I laid down on the back seat of a H1 when they sold those in the mid 2000s, and I had a 6 inches of space above my head and my feet. That was bonkers. I was just like, wow, I'm rattling around in here.
They totally ruined it with the H2 Plus, right? Beyond the H2, you're like, this is just a car. It's not cool anymore, guys.
The H2 was built on a Chevy truck frame. I can't remember what it was, but it was not the H1. It was not the military turned civilian thing. I don't even see the H1s anymore.
I wonder if they have reliability issues.
Very well could be. All right. So so you guys are laying out.
I'm going to make sure I'm armed. Either I've got my gun, or if I can't find it, I'm taking one of those other guys' guns. I know it isn't all that much help, but...
Okay.
So we're camping in the Vic, locking the doors.
You are camping in the Vic, and you are locking the doors.
Let's set up a watch.
All right, I'll go first. I ain't never sleep. All these things going through my mind.
All right. You all start to doze off, and two things happen. Who's on first watch? Let me ask you that.
It's Andrews.
I'm sorry. Yes, you did say it's Andrews. Huh?
Yeah, he did.
Who's on first? All right. Andrews, you are on first watch. And you can hear it. It's not that far away. the distinctive whirl of helicopter rotors. They seem to be moving along towards you. You can see slowly coming down the road, there is a xenon searchlight shining on the ground, and it stops some distance down. You think it's approximately where your incident happened. It's not that far from this car. And the helicopter turns, the xenon searchlight turns off, and the helicopter turns, and it sounds like it's gaining altitude and moving away. But you're not 100% sure.
Oh, that ain't good. If they're asleep, he'll wake them up and tell them.
Okay. Kevin, you hear chatter on the radio channel, and that voice you heard earlier says, Delta 2-9er, we are compromised. We have body mismatch, and we have 2 kilo whiskey. Say again. There's a lot of static and noise, like you might hear in a moving helicopter.
Okay, I'll let them know. I'll say, I think they found the 2 bodies. And they're compromised?
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, with those 2 bodies, they're definitely compromised. If those guys are with them, maybe they weren't with them.
All right. Let's see. Let's start with Yang. Give me an idea roll for Andrews.
Uh,
15 or
his
11.
idea is 60, so he's good.
Yeah. Okay. How about one for Harris?
$73 out of 80.
Okay. And finally for Steckler.
Okay. I have an 80 as well. 30.
If you're going to get any answers, they're going to be at the blockhouse. I didn't say they were good ideas. I just said they're ideas that you're all kind of getting. If
We
you're going
already
to get any,
we just don't want to go there.
Because that's such a pleasant memory.
Yeah.
you all kind of look at each other, and you realize that the clock is ticking. Whatever's going on, you're all in too deep now. There is no run away and hide.
So there are no flashlights or anything in the vehicles.
Actually, Kevin, give me a luck roll.
Okay.
Because you are looking for one.
16.
Wow.
There is a mag light. You know, it weighs as much as a small dining room chair.
Well, it's a club that happens to emit light. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a reason why police officers in the 70s, 80s, and 90s carried it on their shoulder when they were walking up to your car.
Yes.
It's a club that lights up.
Yes.
So, yes, there is a government issue mag light clipped on the not the center column, that's the steering wheel, Bill, the middle of the car, the tunnel.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
it's like there's a little clip for it.
I hate this idea, guys, but that building's probably a safer place than this.
Yeah.
Although, the lock's not what I consider great. I suspect these body snatchers or whatever the hell they are probably don't know how to pick locks. Let's. How late is it, Bill? How late before the helicopter?
The glowing green luminous clock dial says it's about 9 o'clock at night.
Oh, really? It's still early. Damn.
Yeah.
Well, if we're gonna go, we better go.
Let's just.
It's
I
not
mean, you
gonna
got
be
a
pretty.
flashlight here, so we'll let's just not screw around. Let's not stick around in these woods, these creepy ass woods.
Yeah.
Watch your hyphens. Creepy ass woods or creepy ass woods?
Same in this case. They all look like asses to me. So he'll get out of the car. We'll wait until the helicopter passes, if it's passing, and then we'll start hiking back towards.
Yeah,
the bunker.
It's moving back and forth. You can still hear it nearby. Like it's moving in patterns, but it sounds like maybe it's even on the far side of the highway.
Okay.
So, all right. So you guys leg it back to the blockhouse. There is a shape on the ground. It is black. It is lumpen and kind of it's an irregular lumpen black shape lying on the ground it's next to the blockhouse.
Okay, so it's not like in front of the door, it's to the left or whatever.
Yeah.
Harris is going to look away and say, somebody else poke it.
When we see it, before we get real close,
Mhm.
Eddie's going to point the flashlight at it and say, I don't know what that is, and hope maybe he can get some idea. Is it reflecting light back at us? Does it look like
it does kind of glisten a little bit. It looks sort of rubbery.
So it might be a tarp on top of something else.
Harris is looking away and saying, somebody else investigate this.
Yeah, let's avoid that. It's just not, that doesn't seem like a really good thing to play around with, at least in the night. Maybe in the morning. I'll point the flashlight at the door to see if it's still open.
It is closed, but there's not a lock on the hasp.
Okay. Let's just get into that building as fast as we can. He's not going to shine the light at the goo, whatever it is. We're going to move. He's going to stay in the back so the others can see. Right?
Okay.
You do realize,
Paris and Andrews, you got to get in there. We don't want to be
do
out
you realize
here.
we get in there and they could lock us in there.
That would be the safest possible outcome.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Well, we got that weird food stuff in there, so I suppose it couldn't be horrific, whatever's out here.
Well, maybe they cleaned it up in there.
Maybe them things are made of omelet.
Omelets.
All right.
A vomit pygmy.
I guess let's go in.
Yeah. Well, again, I want to be behind them so they can see in front of them. So there isn't a space between us that's dark.
Okay. Going into the room, into the blockhouse, 10 by 10, looks much like it did. There's not much really to it. Eddie, you notice that the lone monitor, because you had the bank of 9, they're all still on.
Okay.
You notice that some of the pictures are periodically changing, like aspect angle. Like cameras are
camera bank or something.
Like a camera is panning back and forth across the view where they were steady before.
It's the same camera. It's not switching cameras. Okay, I get you.
Right. Some of them are panning and switching.
Okay.
And they're all, you can still clearly, well, not clearly, it's grainy and gritty almost. Give me, let's see, for Eddie, Actually, any of you guys may be able to pick up on this. Let me see. Andrews. That's Harris. Andrews. So all of you guys, I'm going to say, give me a computer use roll. And then I'll finish describing the rest of the room. Did you guys turn the lights on when you came in here? Or are you just looking at it in the dark?
No, we're turning the lights on.
Okay.
We don't want to trip and fall on top of a body or something.
Sure.
So you wanted computer use rolls from everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Under 90.
Yeah, you're looking at that. That's all the cameras apparently have some kind of night vision capability. You're looking through like an IR or starlight scope. No idea. Harris, you're just like, why is it green?
Oof.
And Andrews, your computer, it's just like it's green. But on the console, there is a small satchel that is open. In it,
there before. Okay.
That was not there before. It's the size of a paperback book. In it, on one side, there are 4 capped syringes. On the other side, in little padded sleeves, there are 4 ampules.
Do the ampoules have labels on them?
If you take one out.
Yeah, I'll give it to Harris because she knows that stuff. I'm like, this is outside of my knowledge base.
All right. Harris, this does not have the typical, like, a stripe this color on top and a stripe this color on bottom, and then serial numbers, and then that sort of thing. It simply says scopolamine, and then has a /BZ.
Would I have any concepts with my chemistry or biology?
Yeah, give me a chemistry roll.
I know it's 4, but does my character know?
But does your character know? I don't. Hey, does Steckler have chemistry? No.
No, that's outside of it. That's
25, and my chemistry is 63.
25. So scopolamine. Just a moment. Oh, sorry. This is scopolamine, also known as hyoscine or devil's breath. It is used, let's see.
It's an interrogation drug.
Brainwashing.
It is used to cause blur. It will cause blurred vision, dilated pupils, and dry mouth. It causes tachycardia, which of course makes your heart go wacky. And it can be used for various nefarious purposes. You're not exactly sure what was being planned with the scopolamine, but it certainly, you didn't notice it here the last time you were there. But to continue, Eddie, there is the computer that was the monitor that was in the corner is on.
Oh, okay.
Hanging from somewhere under the front of the monitor are various wires that terminate in 2-inch by 2-inch white pads of some kind. On the monitor, it simply displays push button to continue. One of the wires is actually more of a cable, and rather than terminating in a pad, it looks like a slide advancer button remote thing.
Oh, for like a slide projector. Okay, I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Kids, slide project. Sorry.
Okay, everybody. This is
knows what a slide projector is.
this is that lake we went to in West Virginia. Everybody was crazy about that place. Right.
Okay. I will. So, I guess I'll pick up the switch,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm looking at the screen. Are there other things on the floor that we didn't see before?
Nope.
Like people we didn't see before, or
nope.
Did they clean up at all?
Well, the body isn't here.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I can tell you that the body is not there, and the the blood stain is still there.
Yeah, they didn't bother with that. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna tell everybody. Well, this screen's on, and it looks like it might be able to progress, but I don't know what we're gonna be watching. So do you guys want to watch it, or you just want me to watch it, or what do you want to do here? Because when I hit this button, it's probably gonna start doing stuff.
Yeah, you go watch it.
Yeah, you watch it. We'll stay in the back in case we need to tackle you if you do something stupid.
An idea roll for Harris, please. Do you hear me, Kenneth? Give me an idea roll for Harris.
Yeah, I gotta. My mouse is being overly sensitive. It's doing too many dice. There we go.
Yeah, at least
5.
5. Okay. Your eyes are drawn back to that monitor you were looking at. You find yourself staring at it and sort of leaning in. You recognize the bodies in the water.
Harris is going to back up and say, I see the bodies in the water. I know them.
So yeah, Harris is leaving the room. Steckler is pushing the button, and there's that clunk sound that comes on. And there's a tape recorded voice that plays, and you see displayed on the screen, Locus-2316. And the voice begins to speak as Harris is backing out of the room, or out of the building, heading towards the door.
Do I notice that she said that she saw and recognized the bodies?
This is all kind of happening simultaneously. So okay. I can only do one thing at a time. So, yeah. So, Locus-2316. And then there's a buzz and a slide, like without you pushing the button, advances. You just see the words, no baseline established, operator intervention required. And then you hear Harris say, I recognize the bodies in the water, and he is turning to go to the door. Andrews, you were staying back away from things, not looking at the monitors. You're between Harris and the door.
Yeah, as soon as Harris comes walking towards the door, Andrews will just smack him in the face. Man, what do you think you're doing?
Give me a percentile dice roll. We're going to treat this as a punch. 28. So Andrews, your fist 50%. Punch is 50%. That is going to be a D3 plus any size bonus. Andrews is a big guy, but I don't think a size 17 gives you anything. This is basically a subdual attack. So roll a D6, divide by 3 while I check that size. Let's see.
2.
3. Oh, 2. Okay. No, I'm sorry. It's a 1d3. So that is going to be a 3 because you rolled a 6. Let me see. Let me just make sure that you didn't just like all right. Damage bonus. This is like the word magic in the Dungeon Master's Guide. It's in the Call of Cthulhu rules so many times. Oh, that's on
either that or fire.
It's on page 9. Let's see. I hope players and audience, I hope you guys are enjoying this. Hello, Kabuki. We're having a crazy good time, or is it just a crazy time? All right, damage bonus. We're looking for page 9. Thank you. I will just close those bookmarks.
I mean, did he do a hand slap or did he do a fist?
It was a hand slap, so there's no additional bonus. So yeah, he slaps you and you recognize the bodies in the water. So what are you gonna do about it?
I'm gonna stop and say, hey, that thing is lying. It is lying. We know the body's in the water. And he's going to slowly back to the door.
Okay. So is Steckler doing anything?
Well, if he hears her say she heard the bodies, we already know the response, right? Or that she. So I'm going to say you do not recognize the bodies in the water. Really loud. Sit down, Harris. You don't recognize the bodies in the water.
Okay. Give me an idea roll.
All right.
No, I'm sorry. No, can it give me an idea roll?
Oh, for her. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
$22.
All right. Maybe he's right. Maybe you don't recognize the bodies in the water. I mean, you were looking through, but there's something. There's something. Somebody knows something. Somebody made this happen. Your friends could be out there. You're not 100% sure yet, but people you knew, people you love, people that have disappeared, and somehow somebody made this happen. You know that now. You're starting to understand. You're seeing through all of this. They brought you here to try to convince you were crazy.
Harris is going to look for a chair and he's going to sit down. Say, I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Yang, what is Andrews doing?
I think he's going to try to block the door or barricade the door.
Okay. Yeah, you can close it. Sorry, everyone. I haven't gone crazy. I had a spider slowly drifting down towards the table. Get going. All right.
We thought,
okay.
You had a Mo Sizlak moment there. Get these hornets off of me.
It's the bugs. The bugs are on me again. Okay, so you can close the door. You can absolutely close the door. Kevin, the glancing back over at the slide projector, there's a slide that has popped up that says operator intervention required.
The slide, it's projected or it's on.
It's clicked up on the screen. It's just clicked up on the screen.
So, do I see a carousel somewhere?
No, you do not.
And the tape stops, by the way. The audio cassette accompanying it stops.
Okay.
Harris is going to cover his ears and like put his head down between his knees and just start taking low, slow breaths.
Oh no, Shabbai. Oh no, Shabbai. Well, yeah, I'll try to figure out where the heck it's attached, how it's attached, right? The physically, because I mean, we heard a carousel move when I hit the button, right?
Yes,
So
yes, you did.
it's somewhere here. I'll see if I can try to find it. I'm not going outside.
Okay, no. That's
the building. So
that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, there's it's one of those Bell and Howell sit down projection things, but it's got kind of an unusual construction because wired into the side of the thing are the wire leads that were coming out.
The ones that go to that white,
yeah, the ones that go to those.
Okay. I'll follow it to the. Well, I already know where it goes, right? Is it a wireless transmitter? I'll see if I can figure out what the cube thing is.
The cube thing.
Well, you said that there's one that ends in a
button.
Oh,
no, there's a pair of them. They're little square pads.
Oh, okay.
They're not cubes. They're pads.
Oh, okay. So, all right, so it's kind of like the way our J11s are wired. There's like a screw tab it's wired to, or it just goes into this black box I can't see inside.
It just goes into the side of the projector.
Oh, okay.
Like the projector itself is kind of, it's built up. Okay, and there's like a cooling fan running pretty loud, and it ends in these two things. You know what? Give me an idea roll.
Okay. $79, which is one under my idea.
You got to look at this. Suddenly, you remember when your mom took you to visit your Uncle Joe in the hospital because he had had a heart attack. They had things like that stuck to his skin, like one to his wrist and a couple to his chest.
So, like for an EKG, okay.
Possibly.
Are those pads? Okay, I totally understand. It's a snap pad. Okay, I totally get what these are now. Are they really stuck to the side of the projector? Like
the wires go into the projector. The wires go into whatever mechanism makes up this projector.
The other pieces are just hanging. Okay.
The other pieces were lying in the front of the monitor.
Yeah, this is a great idea. I have a great idea. Is there any way? I mean, I got electronics. Can I try to figure out how much voltage or amperage is coming out of those wires before I stick those on my temple?
Give me an electronics roll.
Okay.
Yang, what is Andrews doing? Harris has buried his face in his hands. He's not doing anything.
18 under 90.
Andrews is going to, let's see, he just barricaded the door, right? So
yeah.
Okay. I guess he's going to look for any I know we kind of searched before, but he's going to check for any like trap doors, see if there's any other way out of here.
Okay.
Or a door to the roof.
Looking up at the roof is it's interesting because it's got an echoic padding on it.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't see anything up there. You do see it's kind of peeled back in a couple places, and there's wires coming out that go behind the bank of monitors. Kevin, you know that this is entirely passive reception. It does not put out electricity.
So it's passive. Okay.
Yeah, it is reception only.
Yeah, it's just you got to wire it the other way, and it isn't reception only. But that's fine. I'm cool. Yeah, I will. I'll put the 2 pads on each of my wrists, one on each wrist. Does it stick, or do I have to hold it?
Yeah, they stick. They
okay,
stick.
even though I was sweating.
Yeah.
But it's a non-hairy part of my body, so
then they begin to burrow in. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, that's next week's episode.
That's right. That's on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll put it on my skin and see if galvanic response tells the system to start working again, I guess.
There is a click and a little amber lamp that was shining on the front of the slide projection machine. Clicks off, and a green one lights up next to it. Only the highest technology Bell and Howell equipment.
Maybe they have a Darth Vader Apple II in the closet. Yeah.
The tape begins.
All right.
Observation procedures. Under no circumstances are MG. By the way, this is coming up on slides as the tape is reading this.
So it's synchronized. Okay.
It's synchronized.
Harris is muttering, "There's no place like home," to himself.
All right. Under no circumstances are MJ-12 personnel to approach 2316. Observation of 2316 may only be carried out by remote camera probes utilizing video and audio recording equipment. Only those personnel adequately rated for exposure to cognitohazardous anomalies may review footage and audio of 2316. The lake in which 2316 is located has been quarantined and fenced off and is to be routinely patrolled. You do not recognize the bodies in the water. The next slide clicks. Individuals who attempt to bypass the enforced quarantine must be apprehended and moved to a remote site for full cognitive screening. Individuals who come within 50 meters of the lake containing 2316 are to be considered lost.
This is good news. Get some good news here, guys.
A slide clicks and comes up and says, "Please repeat the phrase slowly and clearly into the terminal microphone. I do not recognize the bodies in the water."
And it's waiting for me to do that.
It's not doing anything else.
All right, I will say it. I do not recognize the bodies in the water.
Let's see.
I'll look and see if there's a microphone on the unit, or if it was hung off of it, or if it's on the desk, or maybe it's
you don't see one. You don't see one. It may be. Now let me see. Steckler. Give me a SAN roll for Steckler, please.
Okay. Not a good stat. I'm at 41 at the moment. 27. Nice.
The lamp, which had gone to amber when it reached that slide, goes to green. And you hear kind of a double click clunk, and a slide comes up that says variance established. Then there's another click. 2316 is the designation for an anomalous phenomenon existing within Lake Obred, within Winchester County, West Virginia. 2316 manifests as a group of human corpses floating in a small group at the surface of the water. The identity of these corpses have not been fully established. 2316 appears to be individual instances. It has been theorized that 2316 may be an entity comprised of a collective consciousness. Individual instances of 2316 do not act on their own, but seem to be able to act collectively as a single unit. The individual instances of 2316 are unrecognizable, and you do not recognize the bodies in the water. Click. 2316 hosts a powerful cognitohazardous effect, causing those who have viewed 2316 to be aware of certain parts of its nature, or people who were enrolled in the redacted to believe that individual instances of 2316 are human beings they recognize, typically from their childhood. Attempting to come in contact with 2316 by way of entering Lake Obrid or by touching an instance of 2316 will cause other instances of 2316 to appear. You do not recognize the bodies in the water. There is a click. That slide comes up again that says, please repeat the following phrase slowly and clearly into your microphone. I do not recognize the bodies in the water.
Yeah, Eddie will comply. Say, I do not recognize the bodies in the water.
Give me a sand roll for Eddie.
Okay. It's only a matter of time, Eddie. You're going to fail this roll. Okay, 55 over 41.
Okay. There is a buzz, like a loud buzz. Harris, it's startled, like it scares you. And then you realize that's because like the klaxons are located around the room. Andrews and Harris, you guys both jump up. On the screen is a slide that reads in red on a white background, verification incomplete. User is not within acceptable limits. User influenced by active cognitohazard. Please stay still. A member of a medical staff will be dispatched shortly.
Man, what?
The
You're
machine
mine.
switches off. Everybody give me a sand roll. We'll start with Kevin.
All right. Nope, 92.
92. Kevin, you are going to take a D6 sand loss.
All right. I'm at 41.
You're at 41. Where is the dice roller? Sometimes I feel like, what's his name in Snatch? That is a stone. That is a stone. That is a stone.
Do you like that?
That like Dags. You take 2 sand.
Okay.
This thing just revealed something absolutely horrible. Give me you all heard it. Andrews, give me a sand roll.
Oh, 35.
Okay,
he's at 44.
You lose a point of sand.
Okay.
Harris, give me a sand roll. 3. 3. Very good. You lose a point of sand. Yeah. All of that you guys just saw, that you guys just read, that you just heard, sounded like science fiction nonsense. And yet, give me an idea roll for Harris, please. That is sufficient.
60 out of 80.
All right. Okay. I'm shooting a private message here in the studio chat.
Okay.
All right. Please read that. And you take 5 more sand. And you haven't really had a chance. You haven't really had a chance to quote unquote calm down yet. So yeah.
So Harris responds, I do this.
Okay. Harris, they're all responsible for it. You recognize the bodies in the water. All of them. This insanity, they did this to you. They did this to your friends. Those are your friends out there. Your friends from childhood, the little boy down the block who disappeared one day, and they say they found him in the storm drain, but that's not true. He's over there. Your Uncle Jim, your colleague out there, he wasn't shot. They put him in the lake. You recognize the bodies in the water. So let's see. At this point, Harris, Andrews, Harris is raving now, like struggling to push past you.
I mean, he's a scientist. How hard could it be? He's going to try to wrestle him down to the ground.
Oh, for a second, I thought you were saying Andrews was a scientist. I'm like, what the hell kind of scientist did I make you? All right, so this is going to be a grapple. What is Steckler doing at this point? Harris is behind you, just like losing control, raving, you sons of bitches, you did this, you're responsible for this, you're part of this, there's something in the lake and you know what it is and you're trying to keep me from it. My friends are in the water. I recognize the bodies in the water and I'm going to my friends. And this is in light of everything that you just heard. So
it's kind of like they're recording on the backside of that tape.
It's a lot like that, except wait a minute. Harris, you do have a firearm and they are trying to stop you. Yeah. Now, I mean, your mind isn't shattered. You've only lost, let's see, your SAN is now 30. Let's see, you lost 34. So I'm just gonna let you decide what happens next, can I? You do recognize the bodies in the water.
Yeah, I think Harris is going to like bunker down in a corner in the farthest part of this building and like pull desks and chairs and everything and make himself a little protective fort.
No, you do recognize the bodies in the water. You know what?
I know.
How about this? Give me a percentile dice roll. We're going to do power versus power.
Okay.
I don't feel particularly good for you here, Kanek, and I'm sorry.
I know. It is. It is what it is. It's Call of Cthulhu. Yeah, 94.
94. 94. You roll a 94. Let's see. All right, there was the table I wanted. All right, so the active characteristic is 8.
I mean, he likes dark holes, so that's kind of his safe spot.
Well, you're in luck. It's very dark outside.
All right.
That basically you're not going to be shut up in this room and wait for a kill team to come in here and mop you up. You're okay. Finding your friends is what
right.
is what you're doing. So you're freaking out right now, heading for the door. Again, you can do whatever you want to do, but I'm just telling you that you feel compelled to
all right, so I'm just going to go out the door. I'm just going to try to get out of the door.
Right, so you're trying to get out the door.
Say, don't let her out of here. She won't come back. She does not recognize the body in the water.
All right. Andrews, you are trying to tackle her. So you're, let's see. That is grapple. We're going to add your strength to grapple. Attempt to grapple, please. Roll percentile dice for Andrews.
Ooh, 90.
90. Yeah. This weedy scientist just manages to wriggle out of your arms and get to the door and is pulling it open. What is Eddie doing?
You know, he's going to grab one of those syringes out of the pack and he's going to charge behind her and jam it into the back of her
but yeah.
All
right. So
yeah, that's Kanek's character, but yeah, it's going to go into he's going to try to inject.
You are going to try to attack with the scopolamine.
Yes.
All right. Let's see.
Pick up the scopolamine, drop the cannoli.
All right. So Andrews, you're pushed aside. Harris, you wrench the door open. Eddie jumps up, rips the pads off as he's lunging forward, and grabs up the syringe, and you're charging. So this is going to come down to who has the higher dex for the next round. Steckler, you are dex 13, yes. And Harris, you are dex 11. Kevin, you'll go first.
All right. So percentage?
We're going to treat this as a fist punch because you're basically, yeah.
Okay. Jab.
Look at that. 4.
I don't even get a bruise with that.
You know what? I do have those handcuffs, by the way. I've done this before. I watched that video on MTV.
All right. So you've drugged and handcuffed someone. That's good to know. All right.
And the whole time I'm going to say, you don't recognize the bodies in the water.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, with a 4, you basically like duck under his swing and then lock his forearm and just gently inject that scopolamine. However, you have no idea what Harris's weight is.
Nope.
Anything. You just push that plunger all the way down.
I'm not in biomed. I just inject the entire dose, whatever it is.
I mean, it could be an elephant dose, but exactly.
Hey. Is it a horse dose, an elephant dose? I don't know. It's a single dose.
All right.
After that dose, I'm not going to recognize the bodies in the water, I think.
You're not going to recognize much of anything, I think.
Okay. So I'm going to treat this. Let's see. And Harris's con is 14. I'm going to be fair about this, but this is going to be the fixed value for scopolamine in this game. Should you guys elect to weaponize it again? So this is not going to be like every time. For whatever doses here.
Harris goes
let me open. Someone out there in the audience, please Google immediate effects of scopolamine injection so I don't get a visit from the cops tomorrow. No, not long-term effects. Okay.
So I'm going to start to drool.
Yeah, you feel dizzy and kind of confused. It's difficult to see clearly. You're kind of staggering around. The doorway is doing this, and so is this guy Harris. But you still have some energy to you. You're still determined to get out that door, but you're not sure if you're going to be able to get out that door. What is Andrews doing?
Well, he's gonna take the gun off of Harris, that's for sure.
Okay, so you're trying to grab the gun off of Harris. Andrews, let's see. You just saw Steckler just reach over, pop.
Man, that was quick thinking. How do you know about all these mind-altering chemicals?
The good news is I don't. I didn't know what else to do. It was at hand.
Yeah. How do you know what the safe dosage is? Safe dosage?
I didn't even know there was a dose in there.
Oh, there's not. There's not. Harris is just dying of a brain embolism.
Yeah, it's 75 doses. Yeah.
All right. So Harris slumps to the floor.
So it's like I'm extremely drunk, basically.
Yeah, basically extremely drunk for anyone outside the state of Wisconsin or Alaska.
Otherwise,
that is so unhelpful. No, just kidding.
So I've been to Wisconsin plenty of times. You guys spear fruit in your fancy drinks with syringes full of scopolamine up there. All right, so
we drink a drink with a drink. It's called a chaser.
Yeah. So
Harris is gonna like put his hands out like he's trying to find the door and he's like touching the wall and such.
Harris is staggering around back and forth. Your vision is blurry. You're not sure what to do. Your mouth is suddenly very feels like it's getting dry quickly. This is cinematic, folks. This is something that takes a long time. But you're a little confused about whether or not you recognize the bodies in the water. And
water is such a strange word.
Why water? Why is it WOTTR? Andrews, give me a percentage dice roll, and I'm giving you significant advantages to this.
91.
I'm not giving you that good advantages. Harris is still lurching towards the door, but you did say you've closed it. So, yes, that is the current scene. Harris is drugged out of his mind. Well, not out of his mind. Harris is drugged. In New England, it's pronounced water. Steckler is shouting, "You don't recognize the bodies in the water." And Andrews is just trying to grapple with Harris and bring Harris down to the floor. And that is where we're going to leave it this week, guys. Things have definitely not gotten back on the rails. I'm not going to say things have gone off the rails. Things have not gotten back on the rails. Thank you to all of my players for being here. Yang, thank you for stepping up and playing Andrews for us tonight. Now, Kevin, I understand that you will be out next week, sir.
Not next week. The following week.
Okay, the following week. So, all right. So you'll be here. You will be here next week, Eddie Steckler.
Yeah, it's after 10 days. I might have to take a siesta for a little bit. So
sure. And of course, we're all Team Kevin around here. So
I hear it.
But anyway, so that is where we'll leave then. And until we return, I will let my investigators cool off, relax, and I will just remind you folks that myself and Yang and Dungeon Minister are going to be here tomorrow. Well, not here on my channel, but we're going to be live streaming on the Nerd Council of Doom. So tune in to that, everyone. And until then, please remember, you do not recognize the bodies in the water.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around. Some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. And you ride a crooked horse without a saddle, way off course, naked as a toad, all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.